Okay, that is Aristotle's lantern. Do you see it?
Yes.
That is the oral region.
Oh, that's good.
Can you take it out?
Really good.
Who did that?
That.
David.
No,
that wasn't it.
Notice when you look at Aristotle's lantern.
no, we couldn't.
Why isn't it Aristotle?
Well, it supposedly looks like a Greek lantern. Does anybody know what a Greek lantern looks like?
Looks like that.
I know what the
Yes, well, at any rate, I know very little about Greek lanterns. Shall we remove?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Aww. It's like a
Wait, do it under the light.
His life got exploited in the school.
He was probably just chilling out under the water one day and was like, hey, it's a great day.
No, don't pick me up.
He died.
His name was Jim.
His name is Jim. That's a good CEO.
G-Y-M.
Coming out of that, do you see that? That is the intestines. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it to the side. And the thing is, if we lift this right here, do you see the little movable parts?
Yeah.
How cute is that? These are actually all very, very movable. It's very a complex apparatus. If you flip it over, you can see the teeth on the bottom. So these teeth obviously operate like that with the motion of Aristotle's lantern. Do you see this right here? Those are gonads. Those are eggs, edible in some parts of the world, depending on where you are. Does everybody see the eggs?
Yes.
Yep. And obviously, you've got the intestines right here, coming out of the GI tract right there, and again, gonad right there. Are we all right with that?
Yeah.
Shall we do the frog?
Yeah.
How can we do the stomach and need the frog last?
Heart. Do you see it?
Yeah.
What is this?
Lungs.
Don't say lungs. The largest abdominal organ. Liver. Okay? One of the many functions of the liver is to produce bile. Where is bile stored?
The liver.
You are future MDs of the world? Yes, gallbladder. Some of you get scared when you said the lungs and then we're questioning the gallbladder. Shall we find the gallbladder? Do you see that little bulbous structure right there? Little greenish structure? That is the gallbladder. Are you all right with that?
Can it pop?
Yeah, I believe it can.
What is this J-shaped organ right here?
Stomach.
The stomach. If we bring it up, you can see what I mean by J-shaped organ. That is the stomach, leading to what structure here?
Looks right.
I would mark that wrong on a practical exam. The stomach, the duodenum. What is the
Ah,
duodenum?
the duodenum, yes.
The duodenum or duodenum. So, what is it?
Leave Germany.
It's kind of like it fits into
The initial segment of the small intestine. So if I ask you what is this here, you write intestine, I have to mark it wrong. Because you've got to tell me it's what? The small intestine. Which leads to what?
The large intestine.
Shall we look for the large intestine? To me, okay. Let's see. Let me kind of stake this out right here. Sorry about that, frog.
It's okay.
So, quite elegantly, you see the stomach. Duodenum right here. Small intestine. Leading to what?
Large
There's the large
intestine.
intestine. It looks like a little pepper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, red
Okay, so,
Sea cucumber.
what's this?
pepper. Ugly cucumber.
Stomach.
Oh,
Small
Small
intestine.
intestine.
Small intestine,
Pepper.
Large intestine.
pepper. What is another name for the large intestine?
colon.
I guess if we had half of it, you'd have a semicolon. Get it?
You should do that stand-up.
Okay. Take my biology instructor, please. Okay. Still looking for various pieces and parts. Do you see that?
Yes.
It's usually yellow, but it kind of throws you off. Right there, my friends, this is what are called fat bodies. So if you are a Pennsylvania leopard frog and it's November and December before you're ready to hibernate, your fat bodies would be obviously greatly expanded, right? Florida fat bodies are not so necessary because frogs really don't hibernate this far south. But if you're up in the north and you obviously are going to go into a lake, especially this time of year, you would have lots of fat bodies. Pay attention because I'm going to quiz you on these pieces and parts. Are we all right with that? Moving right along. That is the spleen. Got it? Okay, let us go on the side. We've got to go fairly deep to see this. Okay, right there. That is the kidneys. You see them? Right there, kidney there. And then the question is, what is this here? Okay, let's make sure that this is a little girl. One moment, please. Yes, this is a female. Right here, can you see it right there? That is ovary. That is oviduct. Ovary produces the eggs, conducted by the oviduct. Through, obviously, the cloaca, the eggs are laid, and then the male frog externally fertilizes. So, again, to repeat, ovary, hand-eye coordination, oviduct. Got it? That is a collapsed bladder. Do you see it? Obviously, if the frog was still alive, it would have urine in the bladder. Okay? Collapsed bladder. This is the cloaca, which is Latin for sewer. Obviously, things like excretory and reproductive products all get dumped. There is no separation into a common chamber called the cloaca, and the anus/rectum is there. Cloaca, common chamber, and then obviously rectum. Are we all right with that? Let's take a look at the inside of the frog's mouth. Here we go. Say ah. Okay. You find it quite curious. The frog's tongue is attached anteriorly. Where is your tongue attached?
Posteriorly.
In the back, posteriorly. But notice in the case of the frog, that tongue is attached right there. If this animal was alive, obviously the tongue could be extended quite some distance to feed on insects. That is the tongue, and again, notice that it is attached anteriorly. Are we all right with that? If the tongue is pretty well kind of rolled up until they need it. Do you see these 2 points here? Well, it's hard to see. There are 2 little teeth here and here. Those are called vomerine teeth. So not only do they have teeth, sorry about that, in the maxilla, the jaw, but they've got 2 teeth in the roof of the mouth called vomerine teeth. How many people know the bone called the vomer from anatomy? Do you remember the vomer? These are called vomerine teeth.